So here it is. This is my disaster of a schoolroom. It's partly packed, partly unpacked. It's been packed and unpacked and packed and unpacked. There's some stuff to sell. There's just piles of things. There's open boxes and closed boxes, and there's other boxes in my new schoolroom closet. So basically what happened was my school area, my new office / schoolroom area was supposed to be done about 11 months ago, and it wasn't. And then it was supposed to be done about 9 months ago, and it wasn't. And then it was supposed to be done about 5 months ago, and it wasn't. And then for sure it was supposed to be done like 3 months ago, and it wasn't. And so I kept like packing and really packing when it was definitely going to be done, and then like working out of boxes and then sort of unpacking. And all that to say, this is what we're looking at. And there's more things in this loft, and I'll show you where those are. Here we are up in the new loft, which is going to be my office, homeschool room, eBay room, everything. And this is the closet here. And you can see lots of stuff is here. I've been rummaging through, pulling out what I need. Really been struggling with this situation, but it's all over now because everything is done. And over here, this is, so the purpose, this room at this season, it's going to be my office. It's going to be the homeschool room. It's going to be kind of like a playroom. This is like my desk area. Also going to have the kids' school books in here. There's going to be a table. Do you see more things? More things that are here. There's going to be a table for kids to work at and do schoolwork. There's going to be another table for kids to work at when they need to be away from other kids, or maybe to do something else that we want to leave constructed, like a puzzle or something. And then the bookcases are going to have all of my school books on them, just all of our personal collection of books that we have here. So I'm so thankful it's all done. And now I have the overwhelming train wreck of a disaster getting everything where it needs to go and figuring out the configuration for this room and so on and so forth. So this video, what this video is all about is getting this room put together, moving, reorganizing, reassembling the disasters, the train wreck of the other office, and getting everything established over here. So I'm excited, but I'm overwhelmed, and we're just going to take this one step at a time. And I feel like right now, this is like the thing in my life that must be handled. I can finally handle it. I've waited so long, and I've thought about unpacking and totally unpacking, and had I known it was going to be this long of a wait, I would have done it. But I didn't know that at the time, you know, hindsight, right? So I feel like this needs to be taken care of, and it's a huge undertaking. It's a huge disaster, but we're going to get it squared away. And I'm excited to get it squared away. We've got to figure out how to organize the books. I have some ideas, and I will talk to you about that. And you know, this is a prime example of why I tell my children they have to learn algebra. So the reason I tell my children that they have to learn algebra is for situations like this. You take a mess, a disaster, like that other room, that's an absolute disaster. And you look at this big mess, and you look and you figure out how you can put things together, how you can work out a plan to simplify things and to make sense of them, to organize them, to solve the problem. That is algebra, and that a lot of times is life. And this is a really good example of that. So I don't know what all you're going to see in this video, but we're going to do this, and when it's all said and done, I'm going to show you it, and hopefully it'll be glorious. without further ado, let's get to it. Right, so here's my current level of progress. And let me tell you my thought processing on this. I thought to myself, what should I do? How do I simplify this first? And I thought to handle both areas, like the library book area and the office area simultaneously, is too much. And it would make more sense to handle the books first and then handle the other area. So we boxed up a lot more books that were upstairs in the office. We pulled all of the boxes that had books in this closet out, and we started getting them on the shelf in some sort of order. Now, where they are right now, I don't know if they will stay there, but we're just getting them all there and getting them somewhat organized, and then we will figure out where we will go from there. My intentions and hopes are that the bottom shelves will be children's books that my children are allowed to access, and also some toys and things like that. So these shelves are adjustable. They have the little pegs, and we're kind of playing around with those. Right now, up here on the upper portion of the shelves, I have my curriculum, and I kind of have it broke up. Like, this is primarily math, this is primarily language arts and writing, a little bit of spelling things. These are like some teacher manuals for some curriculum years. This is just kind of like a Bible section above our different science curriculum, science books that we use. This is like world history, so kind of like encompassing world history. And then we have history kind of starting, and I have it in the order of starting at the beginning. So we have Dinosaurs of Eden, and then we're here to American history in the last 500 years, and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm doing there. I may be making some adjustments with that. I've got then some different series of books, kind of trying to collect those, get those all together. And then I just have my regular fiction. We've been alphabetizing those by title. Now, I know that's a little strange. That's not the way it's typically done. But the reason we're going with that method is because a lot of times, maybe not necessarily all books, there are certain authors that I know well. Like, for example, if we're talking like Laura Ingalls Wilder, like, oh, yes, I know she wrote Little House on the Prairie. I know she wrote Little House in the Big Woods. Like, I know. But if we're talking like, one of these other books that I don't really know so well, like Blue Willow, well, I don't know the author is Doris Gates. I may think of the book, but I may not be able to think of the author. So I figured if we put these in order by title, that would be best. So we're starting at A, we're just kind of getting them all out. We've got some more. And then we took all of the thes. So we put the in at T, and then we alphabetized within the thes by the second word. So we have the animals of Farthing Wood, then we have the Black Cauldron, and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking those may move. I'm not sure. I have my audiobooks up here and some different CDs that I use for school. Also some here. I'm still brainstorming the actual positioning, but I'm happy to get some of these things up. I still have some more to get up here and to get on the shelves. These are our magazines that we use for school for cutting things out and so on and so forth. So got all those here. This shelf I have just all readers, and we kind of have them in order of level. So like all the ones are here, 2s, 3s, and so on and so forth. got a little atlas type of section and a little art type of section here. But it feels good. Feels good to get a start. And we will continue to work on this. Now, I do know for sure I've got some boxes of books and I have no idea where they are. I know I'm missing some and I don't know where they are. We will find them, and we will get them on here, but it's looking like I'm gonna have a lot of space, which is exciting. It's really exciting. I've been really tight pressed for space, and some years I will pack away curriculum that I'm not using that I still want to hold on to, but it's really nice to have it all, to be able to have it all right here. So I'll bring you back when I make a little more progress and show you where we're at. Well, I'm still working on it. I've actually put a good bit of time into these shelves here, but it's taking a while to get everything organized and to think through everything, what I want to do, where I want to put things. And honestly, I do think I'm near completion with this bookshelf. I did make a decision that I was going to put all of my children's books that like belong to us personally on the on these shelves. And the reason for that is because I realized that maybe if we had a floor between our library books and our personal books, maybe there wouldn't be so much intermixing, because I mean I have systems and in place, but they don't really work, and I'm always like finding library books in our books, and we use the library pretty heavily, and probably my children own maybe not that many books because we do use the library, and there's still a good bit. But so anyways, I decided that all the children's books were going to go up here, and then the library books that the kids would check out, like the picture books, the younger children, they would be like, we would primarily try to keep them downstairs and not bring them up here. So that way we have maybe less intermixing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've also realized that I have enough space that I'm probably going to be able to put my coloring books up here. And I've put some other things that I've had like in little totes in past years. This is an example of that. This is a, whatever you call this, a file tote maybe. And it's full of like different grade level workbooks, like the type that you can buy. They're always selling them like before summer. And they have, all different subject things. I like to use these for, like maybe if a child needs a little more practice in an area, supplement in with these. Or if I need something to I want them working on some skills, but maybe I can't work on a new skill with them. So maybe I can do the previous grade level just as like a refresher, give them a worksheet. So I have a bunch of these, and I'm actually going to have room to get them out of this box and onto the shelf. So I'm excited about that. So we're at the tail end, I would say, of the bookshelf. And of course I have these oddities that I'm really not sure where to put. So I'm working those out. But I'm going to put a little more work in, and then I think I'll be ready to show you the entire bookshelf completed and ready to go. Okay, so we are going to call the bookshelf done for now. Not done entirely. I am going to put some baskets of some things and some toys down here, and I might do some revamping on some of the book locations and stuff like that. And so I will show you this in completeness when I'm all done. But for now, the vast majority, I would say 99% of the books are on here. And I do have some bookshelves over here which I'm going to use for some books as well, and some other things. But so now, next step, bringing up boxes of things from my old schoolroom, and I need to empty out the closet here because some of the stuff is going to go back in the closet in a more organized fashion. And I also have some new storage things here that I'm planning on incorporating in. I have more in the schoolroom. I need to empty out some of these boxes to get some of that stuff up there. So we're making progress. We're ready, I would say, for phase 2, we could call this. And you can see I have more things over here stacked up. Had some kids help me bring some stuff up here and just told them to put it on the counter. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, how I'm going to tackle this, I think I'm going to clear off this table and kind of take everything out of boxes, get everything out of the closet, and try to put like things together. A lot of things that are alike are together already, but some things have just kind of all gotten thrown together with the move. Like for example, this is a tote, well not a tote, a little storage container, and it has all sorts of different math tools and manipulators in here that we use. So this is like organized. I just have to figure out where I'm going to keep it, and probably the closet would be the best place for this. But there's also this basket, which I threw a whole bunch of, oops, I threw a whole bunch of things in, as you can see. So I've got to figure all that out. Looks like these are mostly new packages of things. I think this is, I think I was going to list this on eBay. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Bags, yeah. So you see my salad that I'm eating while I'm working here. Now, as I'm filling in these drawers and cabinets and bookshelves, I need to keep in mind my plan for here in this new homeschool room is different than how I was doing things before. So before, everybody had like their own desk, and I liked that, but it got cumbersome. Like the desks take up a lot of space. So this go around, we're getting rid of some of those desks, and what we're going to do is just kind of use the table, use that other table that's buried over there, and the school books and like everybody's personal supplies are going to be on these shelves and in these cabinets. So I have to make sure that I allow space for each child for their personal things, like their pencil box and their markers and their crayons and, you know, their scissors. And so I'm not sure if that would best be done like everybody has a shelf, or if it would be better that everybody has a cabinet or everybody has a drawer. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So I will figure that out. I have to make sure that I accommodate space for that. That's the biggest thing. So I'm going to get busy. I'm going to sort some of this stuff and drag everything out of the closet. Also, another situation I need to figure out, this little table, actually the person I bought it from called it a tea cart, and it's got a drawer on the other side of it, I believe. My intentions for this was to have my printer on it and have it over here somewhere. So I need to figure out something to put that TV on as well, so I can actually use that in the manner I want to use it in. All right, so I have the closet cleaned out, and I found some things that I forgot I had. I'm going to show you some things I found. This is a multiple day project because I don't have a lot of time to designate to this at once. And this closet, like I was putting things in here, anything for this area that I would come across, I would stick in there. So I bought a couple of these from Walmart. They're a food storage set, but I thought they would work really well to store some different like school office-y things in. And I already have some markers in. in one of them. I wanted to tell you about that. This I got recently and packed it away. The most recent, next to the recent time that I thought we were moving into this room. This is a mug warmer. Super excited to have that back in my life. And it actually has some like different settings and lights that glow from it. Also found some more books. So I don't know if your library does this. My library gives away discards. So I had picked these up. And I also saw some more books in another something or another. So I had to incorporate these onto the shelf as well. I forgot that I had picked this up, the Goodwill, at some point. I don't know how long ago it was. Okay, so it was maybe January-ish. And this is like, so Tupperware, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do something called Tuppercraft. And I have a couple different things. They made one thing that was like perfect for money and change. But anyways, I'd never seen this large Tuppercraft thing before. I bought it. And it's really neat. It's got, now this has a little wear to it, but it's fine. It's got these two little trays and then this whole section to put things in. I loved it. So I got that. I was excited to see that again. No idea how I'm going to utilize that, but I will find a way. Here's, like I was showing you, one of the children's markers. There's another set of those there. There was something else I found I wanted to show you that I forgot that I had. These are all my little drawers from my old desk that I used to use. So I do have a drawer. I'm anticipating those going in here. Oh, and look, there's a bug. Oh yes, looks like we're gonna have to wipe these out too. They've got sawdust in them. And I do know what that thing was that I wanted to show you. I have a brand new wax warmer. It was like a special one. I'll just have to show you that when I come across it again. But it was brand new. I bought it in anticipation and using it up here. But you can see I have a lot of different boxes and baskets and little storage containers that I scrounged together and kept an eye out for as I was planning for this. So I should be good as far as things to put things in, and I'm pleased with that. Happy that I thought ahead on that and collected up some things. These are the really tall, skinny light bulbs that go in my ceramic Christmas tree. So they just got stuck in there because I guess I didn't know where to put them. I don't know. I mean, the ceramic tree was here. I don't plan on keeping it up here. Not sure how that happened. But I did figure out what my first mission is going to be. As far as now that I have everything out, I have like 3 different containers of paint things. A couple years ago, I did a rock painting class at our homeschool co-op. So I had a lot of extra paint. Like I bought a lot of paint for that. Looks like it's open. Plus, I bought a lot of paint markers for that, which are here. And then I had the paint that we used. Plus there's just some other like things. Blow dryers. I bought a bunch of blow dryers at the Goodwill because you can blow dry. They're down in there. You can blow dry, and so I might teach this class again sometime. I also have some different rock painting books, which I need to get on the shelf. So what I'm going to do is I think just do a larger tote with all paints in it to go in the closet. We're going to put all 3 of these things together in some sort of organized fashion and just have a big paint area thing in the closet. And now I just discovered this box of more paint. This is a box of like art supplies my oldest son kind of donated back to the family because he does not have a need or interest in it. And these are modeling paints, which I did a quick Google search, and it sounds that most likely they are acrylic paints as well. So I suppose I also need to incorporate those in. And over here, I kind of have everything moved over. And I'm thinking for sure I should get all the acrylics together. And then I should do something to like signify, you know, another paint type, which I don't even know what these IKEA ones are. And these are tempera paints. Got some large ones of those, but I would say primarily I have acrylic. So you know what? I'm gonna get some more action going, and then I'll bring you back and let you see the paint. So I have this little storage container of various craft supplies, and maybe you can tell it's like busting open. All the like little fun crafty things, like there's some eyeballs, some beads, some fuzzies, just all sorts of different things, some popsicle sticks, and just craft things like for creating neat little fun, you know, kid stuff. So I've decided I'm going to upgrade it to this larger one so I can continue to add to it, because I do have some more things I want to add to it. And then in this previous smaller container, I have some various like little kits I've picked up. Like there's the snowflake kit. Got some more in here. These are some like little nativity sets. So I've got a bunch of different stuff. Here's like a bow kit to make these bows. A bunch of things in here. So I'm going to put those in this empty container, just little complete project kits that we can make. And I'm going to get these into the closet. You know what else I'm going to put in that craft tote? This is just a canister of buttons I got at a fabric fair, which you maybe have seen that video. It was $1. And I have some buttons that are already in there, so maybe I can get these in the tin and we can put the tin in there then. Oh yeah, they'll definitely fit. And then we can use these for crafts. These big old tins of buttons are always so fun. Well, so here's my closet. I'm slowly getting things in here. Just kind of sorting things as I go. Gotten some boxes out of the way. Gotten some things straightened out over here. So this is a stack of just empty boxes. This is a box for the Goodwill right here. I do have my little drawer done up for the most part. And I'm just trying to figure it out as I go here. It's a slow process, and it doesn't help that I am only able to work a few bits each day. But today is a beautiful day. It is July 1st, and it's like in the 70s, and there's a breeze. So I have the air off and the windows open, and I'm gonna get done what I can get done. Okay, so here's a little update on that other room. Wow, this has been such an undertaking, but I am making progress. You may or may not be able to tell that, but I do have the shelves empty of the original contents. Now, I saw things on eBay, and these are my boxes that I'm going to reuse and just kind of put them up there. There's some books that are to be listed. So a lot of like shipping things there that I have to figure out, but I just kind of got them up off the floor because they were just like in a big pile there. I had a bunch of eBay stuff that was kind of in waiting, and I've got that in totes, so it can just be packed away for now. I've got a lot of things like out of here. I could use another tote for some more eBay stuff. I've got some donations. I've got this little desk here ready to move over there because I do plan on still using that in the extra room. But we're making progress. This room, when it's all said and done, is going to be my husband's office. And I'm really trying. I'm really trying to make some progress. So I've been working on this whole move for like 2 weeks. Any spare time I've been working, and I don't have large chunks of time, and sometimes I get stumped. What's wrong, baby girl? What's wrong? Sometimes I get stumped with like how to handle a certain storage situation, and it takes longer than what you would think. But we are making progress, and I just wanted to show you this is what it looks like. I'm going to move my computer today. That is very significant. So the computer is going. It's going. Oh, look, I didn't empty my sticker drawer yet. Gotta empty that, but I think the majority of the drawers are empty. This will be my husband's new desk. I've got to clean it all up for him. This desk is, of course, we've got it secondhand. It's very worn, but it's a good desk. It's nice and wide, and the drawers are deep. So this is going to be his. He's inheriting it, and it's got these, which are really nice. Oh my goodness, I've just been working. I don't know if you can tell, but I am making progress. This I brought from my old office. I have the old TV stand now set up with the printer. My computer is up here. I've got some things in some cupboards. And now, I told myself I was going to be done at 9, but I just keep sitting here and getting up and doing more things. What I'm going to do is vacuum quick and then open up this tempered glass chair mat. I bought 2 of these. It's been many, many months. But because of the whole delay with the room and everything, I didn't really have a place to get this out. So I want to get this out. I'm really hoping that neither of them are broken and that they're wonderful. And then I can move my table over. I'm trying to determine if I can get a square shaped rug, like this rug, to go under the table. So that's why we're vacuuming, to open up the mat, the tempered glass chair mat, to move the table. It's all like a chain reaction. Yes. Anyways, I had tried many different types of chair mats. So the plastic, I more recently had like kind of a, I don't even know what it was. They didn't work. I've heard that the glass is good for on carpet, so we're gonna find out. This isn't like the most expensive brand, but according to Amazon, it was supposed to be good. So let's see. Hopefully it's not broken. Oh, and I'm watching some old episodes of 90 Day Fiance the other way. I think this is season 2. New to me, but old. Just have to show you this. So I opened up the box and I thought, I don't know, there'd be some styrofoam or something, which there is, but there's like another cardboard thing. It was taped here. It's taped on the sides. So I've got to open it again. This thing is really wrapped very well. And you can see there's like a piece of styrofoam then in between the next cardboard thing. And this is like super duper thick. It's like, it's denser than this cardboard, and it's like, it's almost like wood or something. Yes, I finally got it out. It's not broken. There's these things. I believe this is for a hard surface, but we have a carpet. So now I just have to get it over there without breaking it and without a whole lot of styrofoam attached to it. There it is. It's very heavy. It was easiest to kind of slide it on the carpet. Probably should have done it with a little assistance, but it looks good. I'm afraid to even walk on it, but I feel like we have to walk on it. And I'm kind of wondering now if maybe, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, but I wonder if those little pads would help prevent it from slipping on the carpet, because I was able to kind of slide it around. So now I'm just not sure. It does seem pretty well set there. And I did order a larger size because I don't like rolling off of my chair mat. I like it to be like a little larger. I don't like to worry about that, so it is a little bigger. I'm not sure if there's gonna be enough room for this carpet I was brainstorming. So the carpet is gonna be a no-go for here where I wanna put the table. I could possibly get a smaller one for over here where I plan to have like a reading chair. I don't know. We'll figure that out when I get things a little better organized. This recliner chair has got to go away. In other news, I got a secondhand console today, a custom piece made by a local furniture shop for a great deal. I'm really excited about that. And I found end tables, which I'm going to pick up tomorrow. So things are progressing and I'm really excited. Even if it doesn't look like it, I swear, things are progressing. Well, I can't even believe I'm saying it, but it is finally finished. And I'm really excited to give you the tour, show you everything. So what I'm thinking I'll do is just a sweep of the room if you just want to see, you know, the general gist of it. And then I'll go into more detail how I organized everything and so forth after that. Before I take you to see that loft, that is all of those things, the homeschool room, the office, the playroom, all that, I'm going to show you the old homeschool room, which is now my husband's office. And it is, I mean, the transformation is incredible. So let's go take a look at that first. So here it is. It doesn't even look like the same room. I've shampooed the carpet, wiped off the bookshelves, the bookcases. Here's a cool painting that he's going to hang up in here. I have some newish art in the loft I'll show you. So I got this and a couple pieces in the loft that I put up at a indoor churchyard sale. It was the last few hours of it and there were tons of original pieces. And so I got this. It's really very pretty and the frame is really neat. Done by a Ralph K. Snyder Jr. Oh, and I think, did it have the year on it? 1968. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, and this is supposed to be along Route 81. And I thought that was neat. Route 81, or Interstate 81, is a highway in my area. And so I guess this was a scene that you could see from that in 1968. So it's kind of special. I have a few pieces of art like that I picked up that were just kind of, they're really unique. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame that, you know, someone in the family or a relative or something doesn't have this or doesn't have interest. But of course, maybe this guy painted, you know, thousands of paintings, and so it's not a big thing. So here's the desk that I was using. That's kind of coming apart, but it's still holding it together, and he's going to use that. He also has one of these floor mats, the glass floor mats. And there you have it. So this is it. I think he needs to put his desk stuff in yet and hang his clock and his picture. He's going to hang his degree up. And he was thinking about putting maybe a chair somewhere, but there it is. It's incredible. Okay, so now on to the loft. But before we go to the loft, I just want to show you this. The other painting I was showing you with the Interstate 81 made me want to show you this painting. So again, I think I got this one at a Goodwill. I think it was $2. And it's an original painting. This one's not, it's not signed. But the neat thing about this is on the back of this, which I'm not going to take it down because it's up with those sticky things. On the back of this, there is a old vintage postcard with a Reading train engine, Reading, Pennsylvania, a specific engine. And like this scene is on this postcard. And they painted this painting from that postcard. It was inspired by the postcard. And it's neat because it's all there. And anyways, I just think it's so cool. So this is in my little boy's room because it's a train. But it's a train that you can grow with, you know. So anyways, there's another little piece of art. I love, absolutely love finding original pieces and using them in my home. It just thrills me. Okay, so here we are. Complete. It is complete. Hallelujah, it is complete. This has taken me close to 2 weeks, maybe a smidgen more, of every bit of spare time that I have had. Quite the undertaking. So much. And I'm so relieved that it is all now together. So relieved. So thankful. You can see Samson is here with us. Hey, buddy. Yeah, Samson is recovering from a groundhog attack. Him and a groundhog had a fight, and so Samson has some wounds that he's recovering from. So I'm just giving you the little once over here, and then I'm going to go back through and explain my organization and what I did and all of that. So you can get a better idea. And this pile here, I'll explain that to you. So fear not, fear not. Okay, and this, so maybe you've seen some little videos about a crochet project I'm working on. This is it. I used colors from this rug as inspiration for this project, and this is a pattern called Enigma. It has been so much fun to work on, and I am on part 11 of 12, so I'm coming to a close on that, and we'll actually be able to use it. Okay, so let me go into the details here. So the bookcases. All right, now, pretty much the vast majority of these bookcases are homeschool materials. As of right now, I have homeschooled through all of the ages and grade levels. So I have a lot of different curriculum and things I like, little extra enrichment things that I like to use. So it's all here. And how I laid this out, you know, I don't know. I may tweak it, but so up here in this shelf here, I kind of have history, and I kind of organized it chronologically. So we start with dinosaurs, and then we're into Egypt, and then we're into George Washington, and going on forth like that. Here, the shelf right below this, I have books that are really for my children, but they're books that I don't want them to just have free reign on. I want certain ones like are very special Like, I don't know if you've heard of these stories, James Harriet's stories. I really like just some different books here that are really, really enjoyable. I really like, we have The World of Peter Rabbit, just books like that. Then below that, we have our coloring books. I was able to get these up here, and I was thrilled about that. So this side here is just general, regular coloring books, activity books. This side here is more mature coloring books. So you can see there's like my horse coloring book. This has got like actually some info about horses, and it's more detailed. And then we have, what's this? My favorite King James Version verses to color. We have some floral things, just some different books. And then over here, this is your regular stuff. You can see my first toddler coloring book. There's Paw Patrol. Interesting tidbit of information. When I was going through our coloring books, turns out we had like 20 Christmas coloring books. I don't even know how it happened. It was quite astounding. Okay, so then below that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bookcases or shelves, and these are series, different book series that we have. And these are in no particular order. They're just here. So you can see here's Mrs. Pigglewiggle. I have the Narnia books, just all sorts of, all of our Patricia St. John books. If you've never read any of these, they're excellent books. All sorts of stuff. And we just go on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Then let's move back up because we ran out of books. Next section, I have all of my science books. So we have creation science and general science and biology and chemistry and, you know, everything, astronomy, and some supporting books along with that. Then I just had a little space here. I stuck some little manipulatives there. Next shelf down, I have world history. So this is kind of like all-encompassing history, not just like ancient Rome. So that's what's here. Just a section of that. And then a basket of some little activities that my kids enjoy. I just kind of utilize some different baskets here and there and toss some different things in. But just some little things here. Falling over. Okay, and then here, the shelf right below this, I have some books that are specific to some younger age curriculums, and I just put them here. A stack of them here. Also on this shelf, I have some audio items. I have our little Adventures in Odyssey collection. I have a few more in our van that I need to bring up here. And then, what is this? Oh, this is a worship CD. And then we're just going to go to the left here because I have, this kind of continues on this way. So I have a couple DVD sets. I have the Magic School Bus. Fraggle Rock just happens to be here. These are the Story of the World audiobooks. Some different missionary audiobooks. And then these are mostly different composers and things that we study. And a couple other things. I have the Schoolhouse Rock complete collection. I love this. Love this. Now this is, let me show you this. This is kind of falling apart. You can see these at one time were like glued in here. But these are all the multiplication songs on the CD. And we have America Rock. And then in here, it tells you, you can actually see the songs. And sometimes there's some, like there's a little information about some of the different songs. And then we also have Grammar Rock and Science Rock. Isn't that cool? Love Schoolhouse Rock. What a great conjunction junction. What's your function? You know that song? Yeah, I love that one. Love Schoolhouse Rock. So anyways, that's what that is. We might get off on a couple of these little sidetracks. Sidetracks. Okay. Now let's go back over to where we were. Okay, and going down, I have some different little devotionals, some kind of biblical books that we use, and even some like biblical stories. So there's Dangerous Journey, Kingdom Tales, just some different things like that here on this shelf. Next shelf are all of our missionary books that we have. We have some that have multiple missionaries, and then we have ones that are just specific to the missionary. Okay, and that's all the books on this level, so let's move over and up. Okay, all of my math, and I have critical thinking and like finance information here. A couple little special math books. There, so that's all that. These are my different teachers' manuals for some different years. So I use primarily my Father's World curriculum. I have a couple teachers' manuals that aren't in here. I guess 3, because I'm teaching 3 different grade levels right now. But anyways, that's those. And then we have, this is kind of like English writing spelling shelf. So we have some different English curriculums. This is what I like to use for English. This is Learning Language Arts Through Literature. So this is like, I'm going to be using this, starting this here soon. We do school year round, and this is the first grade curriculum. And then this is for another child, or not first grade, second grade. This has the books that go along with it in there. And then we have some grammar and some different writing books. Victory drill. I love to do victory drill with my children. Some different handwriting, spelling power, special spelling power things. If you've ever heard of spelling power or not heard of spelling power. Spelling power. So I don't always use spelling power as spelling power is. So spelling power, this book, and like the little tools that you would use with this could cover your spelling for like all of your schooling time. Maybe like second grade and up. Probably says, oh, yep. See right here. Minutes to teach, ages 8 to adult. And what they have are just lists, and they teach you how to do this, but they're words that people need to learn how to spell, that people don't know how to spell. So even just the word lists alone, sometimes I just use the word lists. Sometimes we actually do spelling power as spelling power is designed. But the word lists are phenomenal. If you ever seen one of these books, pick it up. They're good. They're good to have. And you can kind of do your own spelling list if you don't want to do spelling power as spelling power is. So I had one of these of my very own. Excuse me for bumping my table there. And then a friend gave me another copy. And she's not even a homeschool friend. I don't know how she came across this, but I have it here to share with somebody. Okay, so we just covered this shelf here, and now we're down here. So what I have here are these different sound box books. So my local libraries do not carry these anymore, and I have purchased every one that they've made, I think, off of eBay. And these are great for helping kids learn their letter sounds and think of words that start with their letter sounds. You can see they're different versions, but I have them all here. So that's those, and you can see the little stickers from buying them used, and most of these are ex-library, which is just fine. They work just fine. So that's those. And then here, these are all kind of like special activity things to do with the kids. So there's sticker books, there's Star Wars origami. This is a child's like special paint thing that we haven't done yet. Search and find. Some more sticker books. Oh, these. Oh man, these are so good. So Osborne, I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. They make the best magic painting books. We have quite a few. You can see here. There's 4. I might have more. There's 5. So maybe you did these as a child, where you just wet your brush and you color over the pages. Well, the ones I had as a kid, they had like little light dots, like yellow. You would see yellow here, you would see blue. And they were fun and they were great, but you could see what color things were going to be for the most part. Well, these you cannot see. Do you see this? It is white, totally white. And they are so vibrant and so beautiful. The colors are just incredible. They are a little pricey. They're more than, those cheapo ones you would get. So this one was $9.99. That's Rainbow's Magic Painting Book. Let's see. We have Magical Creatures. They're probably all $9.99. Space. The Coral Reef. Wild Animals. I feel like I had a Christmas one. Maybe we completed it. Maybe we did. Anyways, they're glorious books. Worth trying if you ever see a retailer of these at like a carnival or a special craft show or something, or someone that's having a party. These are excellent, excellent. So this is kind of turning into a let's talk books. Let's talk book segment. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to skip over a couple shelves, and we have this shelf which is children's books. These are some of my kids' books. And if you slide on over, there's another shelf of just regular kids' books that my kids can access those. And let's go back to the top. So now we have one of these angled bookshelves here. Turns out this worked out really well because I had some really tall atlases, and that is what is in here, some different atlases, and then a little bit of Spanish curriculum, and then we move into art things. So they're all right there. And then we come down, and I have all of my leveled readers right here. Do you see these ones that were ex-library? So many of these were discards at my library that I got for free. All these right there. So anyways, that's those. Move down another shelf. So now the next 3 shelves here, these are our regular fiction that we use for school. Different grade levels have different required reading. Also just some other books that are really good that we just keep and we have. So I know this is super duper unconventional, but let me tell you why we did this. We organized by title, not author, because I think I explained in an earlier segment, I don't always know the author. So these are organized by title. We start with Abel's Island. We end with, what's our last one? Yolanda's Genius. And then I have the titles that begin with the, alphabetized after the word the. So they're all here. And let's move over. This is the final little segment here. There's our bunny. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this little nook here. I have a really cool geode, an amethyst geode. I have no idea where it is, but I want to put it in here. Anyways, we'll get to that. These are magazines we use for cutting for school. Here I have just my little workbooks and things that I use to supplement in. I think I already told you that. This shelf here is just reference materials that the kids use for different things. We have dictionaries, thesaurus, nature books, bird books. Okay, and the last book area here are these board books down here. So the whole bottom row are all things that my kids can just get out and play with, my children. And then there are some other things that they would need to ask before they could just get out. So like here we have some different things we use, snap circuits, some other little magnet fun, addition things, counting bears, these little builders, hot dots. Don't know if you've ever seen them, but also really cool. So just some things that they're allowed to play with, but I would like them to talk to me about before they just rip and tear, just to make sure that they're getting things back where they go. Okay, so I think that covers the wall of bookcase. And I even have a little space, as you can see. I left some wiggle room also on some shelves. I may be changing this up. I'm not sure if this will work exactly as I want it, but everything is here right now. I can see it all. It's all easily accessible, and that is absolutely thrilling. Thrilling. All right, let me show you the closet. Okay. So the closet, I have everything labeled. Here is our glues, different glues. We have some special cutters and punchers. This is a little brainy thing for kids. These are just different craft papers that they're allowed to use. We have our index cards, Osmo things, beginning writing papers. These are just some larger coloring things that I didn't have room for on the shelf that didn't really fit. We have some little currency for different countries that we play with. These are different math manipulatives, all there in that. Some calculators, rollers, you can see dice right here. Extra markers, colored pencils, various flashcards here. And we have our spiralographs. This is a kit to teach a group of kids about liberty. Another measuring kind of thing. These are 2 magic school bus kits. I'm thinking about doing a homeschool co-op class with this germs one. A little sciencey thing back there. And we move further down. I have a tote of just craft stuff. Down here on the bottom, these are the kids' Playmobil toys, as well as this. There's my bubble wrap for my eBay. I have my mass supply of it in the attic, but one roll I will keep right here. And speaking of eBay, these are, if you remember in that other room, there was this huge heaping pile of boxes. Well, I've consolidated and I have them stacked really nicely together. So I'm limiting myself in my boxes. So I have this full of boxes and this full of boxes, which I will reuse. I have some different little project sets in here for different seasons, different holidays, that I can pull out to do with the kids. Here, these are packing supplies that I will be reusing for shipping for eBay. And then we have just some like arts and crafts supplies. So this is just all markers, all colored pencils, all crayons, gel pens, big like toddler crayons, oil pastels. These are some washable paint sticks, which we haven't tried yet. I bought these for a 4-year-old. She was 3 when I bought them. anxious to try those. And then we have, I don't know how I had that stacked up. These are just Tupperware stencils. Have you ever seen these? They're fun. And then these are specific craft items. So like things that I specifically use with school that I didn't want to put in this craft item bin that I kind of let the kids use at Liberty. These are ones that I'm not okay with them just having free reign with. And tucked back in here, just some more manipulatives. This is sand that can be used for spelling power. Up top here, oh, here's some contact paper, My little box of glitter and glitter glue. Oh, I love glitter. I love it. And then you saw me packing this, talking about this. This is all paint. And then we have brushes and palettes and alcohol inks up here. And these are dotting tools and markers, paint markers. Okay, so that concludes the closet. All right, now this table right here, I've had this a while. I think I paid $40 for it at a thrift store a while back. The sides do lift up and it can become a larger table. Often I use this in conjunction with my kitchen table. It's like pretty much the same width to get some additional seating. But I now have a kitchen table that extends much longer than my old one. My old kitchen table happens to be over there. Anyways, so this is here for a couple purposes. One purpose was I thought if I was having a child that just kind of needed to not be at the table with everyone else, they just needed a little space, I would send them over here to work. Also, I thought, you know, this would be great to do like puzzles on, to do board games on, a table that doesn't have to be used for something else, you know, where it's not like, you know, this is holding up our progress with other things or, so I thought this would be perfect for that. So I have that here. I have the 2 chairs that came with it here. If, you know, if we need more chairs, there are plenty more chairs around. We could even drag this over to the couch, use it at the couch. We could bring some of the kitchen, these table chairs over here. So that was my intention with that. Now the living room, you heard me talk about these couches and this recliner, which I was considering getting rid of, but I'm happy with this spot now. Of course, it cannot be reclined here where it is, but that's okay with me. These couches have a recliner on either end, so there's like 4 reclining seats. So the coffee tables, I got these used on Facebook Marketplace, actually from the same person who I bought the TV console from. I'm super thrilled with these. I think they look great. They are in phenomenal condition for being used. I mean, they look great. So these were $100 for the set of 2. And then the console, which was built by a local company that makes furniture. Well, I shouldn't even say company, it's a family-owned business. So that's a solid piece of wood. Beautiful, beautiful piece. That I paid $200 for. But I'm so thrilled with it. Absolutely thrilled. So I know that this piece here doesn't quite match this here, and it certainly doesn't match my table or my woodwork here, but I don't care. I have a unique style sense where, like, I kind of enjoy, I mean, I like things to coordinate, but I like to blend things. I have a unique desire to just kind of blend things together, and I love the like uniqueness of it. I mean, what's the odds of anybody else having all of this together? I know it's not, there's different styles, but I like that, and I think that adds like a hominess, you know, a comforting feel, and I just like it. So these yellow pillows, I had these down in my living room, and there were some pillows that came with these couches. I did not care for them. They didn't really like go with what I was going for with my carpet. And so I donated them, and I brought these up. These are from IKEA. So I don't know if you've been to IKEA, but IKEA has like these little throw pillows, and this is a feather throw pillow. It's very comfortable. And then they have all different sleeves or like pillowcases you can buy. So these are like a mustardy velvet. So I have 2 of those, and I thought they worked really well with that color in the carpet. So I brought those up, and we're using them. And now let me show you my artwork. So we were talking about artwork a little while ago. This piece I've actually had a while. This is a pastel. And this, I can't remember if I paid a quarter for the pastel or if I paid 75 cents. I believe it was a quarter. I believe it was $1, and then it was discounted 75%. So it was just the drawing, just the pastel. And I matted it and framed it. And I've had that for quite some time now. Anyways, I brought it up. I initially just had this one picture here, this sketch of these lilies, but then I was like, oh, maybe I should do like a little picture collage. With the way things are configured here with the shape, there's not really like a lot of wall space for pictures. I have some ideas for some other ones, and I will show you what I have. And maybe, you know what, it would be really helpful in the comments if you tell me what you think I should do. If I should try to get more artwork going on, if I should leave things as they are. And I'll show you these pieces I have, and you can tell me what you think I should do with them. But anyways, I'll do that at the end of the tour. So this is a sketch of, I believe it's peace lilies. This was at that same indoor yard sale that the picture with the barn along Interstate 81 that I showed you in my husband's office. They were from the same sale. And the frame is a little distressed. I actually think that the owner at one point was going to refinish the frame because it feels sanded. But I decided to just leave it. I like it. And then this was from a Goodwill. I typically gravitate toward flowers, so this is a little untypical for me, but I liked, I believe it's a watercolor. I thought it was really well done. I was really impressed with like the fruit and the shading on the fruit. I know it's not perfect, but anyways, I think it was $2.99. So these were like like everything was like super duper cheap. And I just made this little collage there with those. All right, so now let's go on over here to what I call my school area. And this is, now I caught a lot of slack for this chair. I think, yeah, I think my brother said it looked like carpet. And you know, it does. But I really like it. And I put a lot of effort into cleaning it. And I like this little setup here. And I know it doesn't coordinate in any way, shape, or form. But I don't care. I like it. So this here, this little area here, That lamp was from a Goodwill. I needed a taller lamp. I forget how much it was, not very much. I spray painted the lampshade. Turns out I didn't do such a good job on that. I need to get a new lampshade for that. And then this is the little table that the TV was on that I had visions of turning into my printer table. And here inside this drawer, I have our paper. On the first shelf there, I have some books from the library that have to do with what we're learning about for one of my children. That's how I plan on using those shelves there. And then as we come along, I have my little dry erase calendar. Figured, what the heck. I'll turn this light on over here to give us a little more, less shadow. There we go. Okay, so then how I handled this area, this like desk area by the window. So we have two sides. We have the right side and the left side. So I kind of looked at it as primarily the left side here is like my business side slash home side slash eBay side, personal side. And the other side is primarily school, homeschool stuff. Supplies for the kids different things that they need. So we'll just kind of start out here up top. I've got some recipe books up here. I don't have a lot of those because you can look everything up, right? And see reviews. Some little books that I have. I'm loving this book. I plan on doing a review on it. I don't know when. The lasagna gardening book, I've been using that heavily. These are great to like help you find books for your children to read. And they give like a little description and some different lists and like age appropriateness. So there's Honey for the Children's Heart and Honey for a Teen's Heart. So both very good. And just some other little quotes for kids, things like that. And then I have my eBay scale and I have my paint gun here. Move it down. I've got some different binders that this is actually full of stickers. I keep track of some eBay stuff in here. This is all real estate. This is all foster care. I have some dry erase markers and a lighter, some different fragrance oils. And then I have an empty spot. And then over here, I have some cleaning supplies for cleaning things up for eBay, just in general. A CD player. I still use this. And then I plan on putting some more CDs here. Right now, I just have this one, which I got for free from a book sale that they were throwing this out at the end of the sale, along with a lot of other books that I got. But it's just like pretty Scottish music. And I've got some headphones in here. This is a basket of just some like random stuff. So that's those shelves there. Then if we open up this, I've got a lot of eBay stuff here. So I have, see the whole thing here. Okay, this is a little box or small tote of little boxes for remailing, for reuse. I reuse a lot of packing materials anytime I can for eBay. Bags to reuse. I use these for like storing different products. Back behind here, I've got some things I don't access a whole lot. Some dividers and labels and new folders. And then here, crush my stuff. Okay, so I have some manila mailers. These are just like some little sturdy things. I use those for eBay. And back behind there, I have Christmas cards and I have a bunch of new notebooks. And then up here, these are different bags I use for storing things for eBay. These are new. I have tape. I have more tape back there and more bags back there. These are just a assortment of sizes. And then I have some little CD sleeves, which I use for eBay. Okay, and then we have two, these are like file drawers. I didn't use them both as file drawers. This one here is like personal stuff. I don't have everything quite finished yet. I need to get some more hanging files, but I do have quite a bit. And it goes back further, just a bunch of stuff. And then this drawer here, I did all different mailers that I use for eBay. So I have my regular size 2s, which I use the most of. These are the priority ones. I think these are size 3. Some cardboard, which I use for packing some books. And then we have our drawers here. So there's 3. The sides are identical. So there's the cabinets, the file drawers, the 3 pull-out drawers, and it's the exact same on the other side. So here I just have some different desky things. Just some different organizational things. Now I keep some unconventional items in my desk, I guess. But you can see there's some lotion. I've got cuticle oil. I find that when I'm at my computer is the best time for me to put on cuticle oil. And I find that if I put on cuticle oil every day or every other day, my cuticles and fingernails are just in much better shape. So this is actually scented cuticle oil. You can see it's Juicy Peach. This is from Walmart. I've also seen it at Target. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's got like little flowers floating in there. And you just spread it around. They have different fragrances. They have non-fragranced. But anyways, I just keep all the like little nail things there so I can handle anything like that. You can see stapler, tape measure. This is a mirror because I think so I need to wear makeup more often. I used to, and I don't right now, but I want to. So this is just like a little mirror. See, it just kind of will stand up. And my thoughts were that it would be really nice to just kind of sit at my desk and put on some makeup at the beginning of the day. So I have that there. I plan on putting some makeup in here and actually doing that and seeing if I do a little better with that, because in my bathroom, like, I have to stand there and put on makeup. I know this sounds silly, but I'm thinking if I could sit here and just put some on, or like if the kids were doing something on their own with school and I had like a couple minutes that like I could still be supporting them and be here, but I could slap a little makeup on simultaneously, it might actually happen. I don't know, it might not. These are just some coins and some buttons that we use for school. And the second drawer, I've got some glue. I've got some different labels I use for eBay. Please do not crush, bend, or fold. And I love to use a thank you for your business sticker. I've got my envelopes and my checks. I'm prepared for something else. I've got my business cards. We use these for school. And then the third drawer. Okay, I have my card collection in there, some different note papers. This is treasury stuff for an organization that I'm the treasurer for. My own little marker and crayon collection and envelopes. And now there's a center drawer here. Just pulls right out. And this is all the good stuff. So there's the markers and pens, pencils. These are just some essential oils. Scissors and chapstick, some paper, tape and erasers and thumbtacks, and I mean, you name it, it's here. more thank you stickers, a whole bunch of stuff. And just push it in. It's got that special suck it in the rest of the feature. Okay, so now we are on the school side. And over here I have just a corkboard to hang some school things up on. This is the table that I intend to use mostly for school. I do have this little desk over here, which I like to use for kindergarten, or anytime I want someone real close to me. So I'm thinking that I will sit like maybe in that chair and work with some kids here. I will get an older child started and probably send them to the kitchen table maybe. I also have this desk which I can bring over here if I need to. At this current time, I don't think I will need to. And so here we are. Okay. So here on the shelf, I don't think I have anything in here. Oh, I do. Oh, the pencil sharpener. But I'm just kind of prepared for stuff. So right now, where we're at in our homeschool life is we are wrapping up last year. We kind of do year round, just not every day or not full days, but so it's year round for us. So I'm finishing up our last year's stuff now. We're about to transition to our new next year's stuff and get a good head start on it. But I have some curriculum coming, some like things I don't have that I need. These are our portfolios that I'm wrapping up. So in my state, the state of Pennsylvania, you have to compile a portfolio for each child. And then you have to have someone evaluate that portfolio, a special evaluator that has to meet certain criteria. So, that to be said, my evaluation's already done. However, we're not done. So we've got some more things to put in the portfolios, and then we will put them away. But so we're kind of at a weird place right now. I think we have like 3 more days in this last year. So we're wrapping up. And then I have kind of like a shelf for my child that's in kindergarten and my child that's in 1st grade now. And it's got all their different things. It's got their colored pencils, and it's got their crayons, and it's got their markers, and it's got their scissors and stuff. And so there's 2 little rows like that. And then over here, I have some like extra long paper, my hole punch, just like some different ABC instructions and some world maps and just stuff like that. This container of pencils, my plan is when we're doing school, put it there. And then here we have just some paper and clipboards. I like to use clipboards for like if we're going somewhere, I can stick something on a clipboard and say, here, work on this. Or if they want to sit on the floor and work, or, you know, somewhere else, they can just use a clipboard. And then this rack here, I've got some stencils for the kids. These ones are like ABCs and 1, 2, 3s they can use for different projects. This is our all cardstock right here. I think that's cardstock too. And then this is my different color printer paper that I have. Here is some different art paper. So we have like tracing paper and paint paper down below, notebook paper, and some scratch paper that the back is blank that they can use for whatever. Okay, so now let's talk about these drawers on the school side. So the top drawer, it's empty. I can't believe that I actually have empty space, but I do. But I'm thinking there will be things in here. I just don't know what yet. Second drawer, I've got some different teacher manuals that I'm using right now. And then I have some just different like bins I put in here. I've got some flashcards in there. This is an inflatable globe. And the third drawer, stickers. Pretty empty, right? Okay, the filing drawers here. The top drawer, now it's very empty right now because it's the end of the year. But I will have all the kids' schedules for the year, all their student sheets for the year that go with the curriculum that are on their way here. I'll have all that in here. I'll have their calendars so that I keep track of the days, and it'll all be organized. And then the second drawer, I used this to organize some more paper products. So here in the back, I have an extra pack of construction paper and then some more colored paper that I just happen to have. And then I have all the different construction papers separated by color and these different drop files, hanging files. What's in there? 17 I've got college rolled, I've got wide rolled paper, some different fun colors of lined paper. This is kind of like the paper drawer. And then I have these sheet protectors, which I'm trying to figure out how to store these in here. It's not working out so well. So that's what's in that. And then our cupboard over here. So this tote, well, this box here is all a older child's different artsy things and school things. So she will just access that, maybe take that whole thing out, maybe just grab her pencil box or grab her colored pencils or whatever. She's getting to the age where she's got a little bit nicer of sets of things. Like, I don't know if you've ever used, let me see. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, so like these are wonderful colored pencils. Such a pleasure to work with. The lead is like soft and it just is so vibrant and flows so smoothly. These are a little pricey, but they last for a really long time. So when my children get a little older, I like to get them these. So she's got some things like that, you know. She has a lot more different things. Back there, you can see, maybe, it says blow dryers and rocks and foam letters. So the blow dryers and rocks, I used that for a rock painting class I taught before for our co-op. And I hope to do it again in the future, but it's back there being stored. The foam letters, we use those for spelling power. They're back there to be stored. And then I have some mailing popcorn or popcorn peanuts or whatever. Some larger bubble poly mailers. This is mailers that I will be reusing. All the way back there, those are my extra 3-ring binders. And then I have some new smaller boxes for eBay that are in here that just haven't been used before. They're kind of like brand new. So you can see there is some intermixing, but primarily I have things kind of separated. Now on top of my desk here, I have this really cool coffee warmer, tea warmer. I don't know if you're like me, but I have coffee or tea sometimes, not every day, but I always have some sort of caffeine. Sometimes I use these little packets. I mix it with water, which are sugar-free and have caffeine in them. Sometimes I have tea, sometimes I have coffee. That what always happens with coffee or tea is that I'm drinking it and it gets cold, and I'm drinking it and it gets cold, and I'm drinking it and it gets cold. And that's because like I'm going, and I'm chasing people, and I'm doing things, and me drinking my coffee falls to the wayside. So I'm going to turn off this one light here a minute. There, you can see the colors a little more. Okay, so Got this on Amazon. There's lots of different varieties. And this is on high right now. That's why it's red. And it's 176 degrees on the burner there. Well, the warmer. Blue is medium. Or purple, I should say. And it's 150. And then this is what I use. It's blue, 130. And then there's, you can set a timer, or it is also automatically on the timer. I just let it do its thing. Here, I just have a little bit of Post-it notes in there. I've got over here. Isn't this beautiful? So I saw this for sale. It's probably been about a year. Back when I first thought my room was going to be done. And I bought myself this because it was beautiful and because I got this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or something like that. And I had like rewards for my credit card, and it ended up being free. I probably wouldn't have splurged on it otherwise, but I'm a sucker for sparkles. Anyways, it spins really nicely. So I've got some different pens in here. This is a little thing to help cut cardboard. My favorite roller. I hate a flimsy roller. Let it be said. I hate flimsy rollers. This is my barcode scanner, which I use for scanning books and like other things that have barcodes for eBay. That's all that stuff there. And then this, I just got this like 2 weeks ago at Goodwill. So these little things, I'll tell you about these next. This is like some sort of ceramic, but it looks like wood. Isn't that neat? Anyways, I thought it might fit well on the windowsill. And my thoughts are, my hopes are, I want to have some little plants, some plants. I used to have a beautiful collection of houseplants, but that was before I started having so many little children. I think, but I thought like if I had this, I could set some on the windowsill and not have to worry about the windowsill. So that's why I bought it. It was $5. I have no idea what brand it is or anything like that. Now these, so my children participated in a reading program. No, they didn't. So we volunteer at a library, and they were given these by the library, and this was last summer. And I said, we'll start them when we move into the new schoolroom, then the loft, because we'll have this window, and I didn't anticipate it to be so long. So these are like little tiny terrariums. There's spider cactus, sunny yellow sedum. I hope they still work. Fish hook barrel cactus and giant saguaro cactus. I know I should know how to say that, but I don't. So anyways, we need to start these soon, and let's just cross our fingers that they're gonna work. Okay, now this, I also bought this for myself for this office, and the reason I bought it was because I like to use wax melts. I hate getting them out. I use a paper towel generally, but this is like a silicone cup. So once you cool your wax melt, it just pops out. Isn't that cool? And you can use oil fragrances in here as well. So I will be using those. But this is special. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm probably gonna have to go turn off the big light so you can see how cool it is. Yeah. Okay, so the light is off. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if the video is quite doing it justice. I don't think it is because... So it looks, in person, it looks like there's not really anything even there. It's like just this light, cool light thing going on. So pretty, isn't it? Does all sorts of beautiful things. It's not nearly as neat in the daylight as it is like in the dark or like in twilight. So you can see it now. We're walking back over here and the lights are on, and I mean, it is pretty, but it's nothing like it was. I should turn it off because I don't have anything in it right now. Also thinking that I can put a little plant on this tray. So this tray, I did have things in my bathroom on my sink, but then I got something else, and so it's now being utilized here. Okay, so you saw me talking about the glass floor mat, and it's kind of funny. Everybody has the same response to it. Everybody says, oh, that's scary. But so far, I am really pleased with it, and I'm starting to become comfortable with it, not worrying about it so much. It still does slide a little bit, even with the stickers on. Like you can see here, it's further away here than it was, than the other side, but I mean, you can just kind of shift it fairly easily. It's a little much over this way, but I mean, it doesn't move. So hopefully that will last us a long time and not break. This is the same chair I was using before. This was free along the road, and I've been using it about 4 years. So, and now lastly, let me show you. Oh no, I have another thing to tell you too. Okay, so this is where I'm going to keep the trash can. This area, this little spot here is a little peculiar. So in order to have the recliners both be able to open on these two ends, this was kind of what we needed to do. But I'm going to look at this space here as like my to be listed on eBay little nook. In the future, I don't plan on having quite this much piled up here. I'm thinking maybe I'll have like a frame of books. I have these like, I don't know, framey things or a tote of things at a time. But just so happened I had all of this up here waiting to be processed. So I'm leaving it there right now, but I don't intend on it being like that futuristically. I have to tell you, and you see these two little things here. So these are dog beds that my brother bought for his dogs, and they were too small or something. They weren't used, and he gave them to me, but they were too small for Samson, so the kids use them to like sit on the carpet with, and they really enjoy that, and they're like memory foam. So that's what those are for. And the lamps. Okay. So these lamps have been around a very long time. When my husband and I got married, I bought the lamp shades. That's been a long time. He had the lamp stands before that, and I don't know how long he had them. So we got new bedroom furniture, and these didn't work in there anymore. And my husband was really sad about that. I ended up buying some new lamps, which I love, but I wasn't sure what to do with these. And then I set all this up, And I was like, oh my goodness, they would be perfect. They're perfect. In my mind, they're perfect. And so they've come over here to live another life. I don't know how many lives they've had, but they're continuing on. And I feel like had I gone out and looked for something, I couldn't have found something as perfect as them. And I love like piecing things together like this, making it work and blending the old and the new. I love to do that. And I know most of this is used, but the carpet is new. Oh, one more thing. So I'm thinking about getting another little area rug over here that is like the same colorway as this, but a smaller version. And I'm not sure if I should or if I shouldn't do that. So, okay, so here's what I would, if you're still watching, here's what I would love for you to tell me. Should I get a second area rug for over here to kind of tie the areas together and to bring some color over here? I know it's not going to go with this chair. I know. This is a little floor outlet, if you're wondering. Second question for you. Let me get it out. So I have had these for quite some time. I bought them at a thrift store. And I had intentions of using them here in my loft. I had intentions of maybe not framing all of them, maybe framing some of them and putting them on the walls. So there's two, these are like counted cross stitch designs, and they look like quilts. They're very beautifully done. Well, I have two that are on this like taupe. I wish I had more of those because I like to do odd numbers versus even numbers unless there's a lot. And then, so there's two like that. And then I have quite a few of these others. So there's one. Aren't these incredible? This is supposed to be like the log cabin. How many more do I have? Two more? Let's see if I can get them all in this ottoman here so you can see them. Isn't that incredible? All this workmanship, beautiful. So I know they don't really go color-wise. And this one, I love the vibrancy of this one. But so tell me, should I frame these? Should I frame some of these? Where should I hang them? Should I hang things on these little walls here? I'll show you a couple places I was thinking that maybe they could go. So one place I thought was maybe here above my carpet chair. Another place I was thinking was maybe above these doors. Or maybe over here on this wall. I don't know. So you tell me what you think, where I should put them, if I should put them anywhere, if I should use them somewhere else, or I could sell them on eBay. Just tell me your thoughts. Could also do over here. I don't know. I could do a couple different places. Tell me your thoughts. Give me some input. I guess I could even do along the window, but that might be a little too crowded. So I thank you so much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed my new schoolroom. And I'm so thankful to finally have this done. Maybe now I can get back to some more regularly spaced content. But thanks for watching. I hope you're all doing great, and I'll talk to you again soon.